Toyota has begun selling the BZ4X in the United States, and they're doing some interesting things. Hello my friends and welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. Great to see you. What are they doing? What are Toyota up to? Well, according to Car Scoops, Toyota dealers are imposing huge markups on the 2023 bZ4X, with some being priced at around $75,000 to $80,000 US. Now, this channel has highlighted greedy dealer markup practices before being done by lots of dealers, including Hyundai, General Motors, Ford, and many others. And frankly, I've talked about how bad that makes the brand themselves look. They really do themselves a disservice because the media often highlights it. Customers see it happening, they hear about it, and they think, well, is that a company I want to do business with? And I often think they think, well, maybe I don't. Well, now there's Toyota dealers that are putting markups of between $10,000 to $25,000 US on their cars. And they're not the only one milking customers for profits. Now, Car Scoops says that the bZ4X isn't necessarily the most desirable new electric car. It's not the cheapest, doesn't have the best range, and it might not charge when it gets really cold outside. And the reason they say that is because Stephen Rivers wrote an article saying that the all-new Toyota BZ4X is available with all-wheel drive, but owners might be left out in the cold for quite some time. That's because Toyota is now confirming that when temperatures drop below 32 degrees Fahrenheit, fast charging might not work on all-wheel drive models. In a news release from Toyota itself, noticed by a user at Reddit, the brand touts the BZ4X as a trailblazing electrified vehicle. One of its most important features is DC fast charging, which can take front-wheel drive bZ4Xs from a 10 to 80% charge in about 30 minutes. However, Toyota says that DC charging may not work on all-wheel drive bZ4Xs when the temperature is below 32 degrees Fahrenheit. And obviously, without fast charging, that could mean the vehicle would take around 10 hours to charge the battery. Now, currently, customers across the US and across many countries, including Australia, who want a new car are often finding it difficult to find dealers with vehicles available, especially with vehicles available that are not priced above MSRP. And the result of this is that all these price markups, a lot of them are going unnoticed. Now, not long ago, another Toyota dealer was found asking $10,000 US above asking price for a GR Corolla. In fact, the same thing has happened here as well in Australia for a range of different Toyota vehicles. It's not just the bZ4X. In the US, Toyota dealers are doing similar things here in Australia as well. Now, here's an official response from Toyota. They said, Toyota has established a manufacturer's suggested retail price, that is, as it sounds, a retail price suggested by the manufacturer. Because our dealers are independent business owners, the final transaction price will be the result of interactions between the customer and the dealer. Our sales group has consulted with our regional officers to ask them to be aware of transaction prices and consult with dealers as needed. Washing our hands, we don't care. They just said, we don't care. Now, in my view, that kind of half-hearted attempt to sound maybe only slightly customer focused is the kind of thing that's going to mean dealers are going to go, oh, well, Toyota doesn't care, so we'll carry on. Or maybe we'll even do this in a worse way. Now remember, the suggested retail price of this car is only $47,000. Marking it up to $77,000, that's a $30,000 US increase. And frankly, that is just insane. Now there's other dealers around the US that are charging around $10,000 US above MSRP. And that's a lot better than $30,000. But frankly, I personally would much prefer to have to deal with Tesla's markups in price, knowing what they are when I pay for the car, right? Go on the website, click on the listing, and it tells you what the price is. There's no kind of like dodginess going on where Toyota tells you one price, the dealer tells you another price, the final transaction is a different price. All this kind of like shadiness to me is simply confusing, misleading. Now, obviously, if you've got any common sense, you're not going to pay a $30,000 markup on a Toyota BZ4X. It's not kind of this revolutionary vehicle. I mean, yeah, sure, they're good. You know, buy one if you can get one and you want one, but not at this kind of markup. What I think people should do is vote with their wallets. If your local dealer is marking up cars, don't buy from them. Seriously, even if you really want the car, just go somewhere else. Be patient, wait, and tell your friends. Post about it on social media. You know, let these guys know that these kinds of antics are just really, they're not acceptable. But that's just what I think. What I want to know is, what do you think? Do you think it's cool that dealers are doing this kind of stuff? Marking MSRPs up, is that kind of a thing we should just accept and go with now? Let me know what your opinions are. And as always, have a great day. Bye-bye.